The New York Knicks have won not one, not two, not three, but 9 games in a row. It has been electric. Some of the best times to ever be a fan of the New York Knicks. And I don't want the win streak to end. So if you're like me and you want to see the dubs continue to be stacked, like this video. Don't jinx it. I am a very superstitious person. And don't be the person that doesn't like this video and you're the reason the Knicks lose. If you want the win streak to keep going, hit that thumbs up icon. What up, Knicks fans? You're watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. The New York Knicks defeated the Boston Celtics in double overtime, 131 to 129. And I have so many thoughts from this game, and we're going to break them all down in today's show. We're going to talk about Immanuel Quickley and just the amazing performance that he put on, an absolute masterclass from IQ. Then we'll talk about this remaining schedule. How many games can the Knicks actually win? We'll show the Eastern Conference standings. And then we're going to end the show talking about Julius Randle and just the team chemistry that this squad has going on right now. But I just got to get this off my chest. This is the most fun I have ever had watching the New York Knicks. I am 28 years old. I was born in 1994, so I didn't get to really live through the glory days of the New York Knicks in the mid and late 90s. But I'm 28. Like I said, the best team I've ever seen from the Knicks was that 2012 New York Knicks team led by Carmelo Anthony and Jason Kidd and all the old guys. This team is better than that. This team is better than the 4-seed We Here team from 2 seasons ago led by Julius Randle. This is amazing, and I just want to get this off my chest. I hope Knicks fans are not taking this for granted because as an NBA fan in the regular season, it really doesn't get much better than this. You are seeing your team play night in and night out, backs against the wall, nothing to lose but everything to gain, and they're playing everything like it's a Game 7 at Madison Square Garden in the Eastern Conference Finals. I love the swag. I like the energy, the tenacity, just the vibe that this team has going right now. But let's circle it back to last night. Immanuel Quickley is an absolute, just great basketball player. And what he was able to do against the Boston Celtics yesterday with Jalen Brunson being a late scratch due to injury was really the reason the Knicks were able to win this game. The man played in every minute but 3 minutes of yesterday's game. That's a Tom Thibodeau tutorial right there. 55 minutes for Immanuel Quickley. 38 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Producer Rowley pointed out, I can't believe he had 28 field goals attempts, but he was efficient. He made 15 of those, and he was really the only person that can create offense off the bounce, and he also had the hot hand from on the three-point arc. He was 5 of 12 from that distance. It wasn't just last night, though. Immanuel Quickley has been special all season long, and we're going to take a look at some stats coming up, but before we do, I think it's time that the NBA understands what type of player he is, and I think they got a full viewing of that last night. He's a great scorer. We know that, but he does so many great other things. He gets other people involved. He can play point guard. He also, I believe, only had 1 turnover last night in 55 minutes of action. But he's been great for the past 35 games of the season, coming off the bench and doing it in a fashion that continues to help the Knicks win basketball games. In the last 35 games of this season, Immanuel Quickley is averaging 16.7 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 49% from the field, and 40+% from downtown. How on earth can you say this man is not the 6th man of the year? When you look at the plus-minus for him, Malcolm Brogdon, Tyrese Maxey, Immanuel Quickley is number 1 as a 6-man contender in the plus-minus stats. He's been electric for this basketball team. What he did last night was amazing. We all knew that he could do that, but actually seeing him do that kind of justified what we've all said about Immanuel Quickley. And I stumbled across this good old picture over on Twitter. Whenever Immanuel Quickley has a good game, this picture always resurfaced. I tweeted it out, and a lot of people loved it. CBS, they just don't know ball. They also said the Knicks weren't going to make the playoffs. I remember that doing that video like it was yesterday. They said the Jalen Brunson signing really wasn't going to help them that much. Well, CBS, you're wrong once again. Imagine saying Immanuel Quickley earned a D-plus draft day grade for the Knicks. Oh, my God, that was so fun last night. I'm still kind of riding a little bit of a high from that. Show Immanuel Quickley some love down in the comment section. Drop those IQs. I want to break the comment record here on the channel. If you are proud and happy that Immanuel Quickley is a member of the New York Knicks, I want you to type IQ in the comment section. Show him some love. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So when you get hit with that YouTube ad break, just scroll on down and get those IQs down in the comment section. How long can this winning streak last? I remember I was talking to producer Patrick Seatman last week, and he said, will the Nova Knicks ever lose again? And I said, yes, but they haven't. They've won 9 in a row. This team just cannot lose basketball games. They continue to find ways to win in different fashions. They've ridden the coattail of Jalen Brunson. They've done the same for Julius Randle. R.J. Barrett had a great game against the Miami Heat a couple of weeks ago. Immanuel Quickley's having good games. We've seen Mitchell Robinson games. We've seen Josh Hart games, Quentin Grimes games, even an Obi Toppin game sprinkled in every once in a while. They've won 12 out of their last 14 games. They are one of the best teams in the NBA. And I think the question now becomes, how many games can they win this season? Can they get to 50 wins on the year? Well, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule that the New York Knicks have coming up, because it is not easy. They got one more home game against the Charlotte Hornets coming up tomorrow. We'll be live on the channel for that. Then it gets tough. You go on your West Coast swing. You got the Kings, Clippers, and Lakers and Blazers all in 4 games in 5 days on the West Coast trip. That's going to be tough. Then you come back 4 days later just to play the Denver Nuggets in a Saturday game at 1 p.m. That's going to be tough. Then you get the Timberwolves at home. Then you got to travel to Miami 2 days later. Then you got to play again on the road against the Orlando Magic. Then back to MSG, you got the Rockets, Heat. Then you go to Cleveland and you play the Cavs. Then you come back to MSG and play the Wizards. Then you go to Indiana to play the Pacers. Then you go to New Orleans to go play at Smoothie King Arena against the New Orleans Pelicans. And you close the season on the 9th of April against the Indiana Pacers. The Knicks right now are 39-27. If they go 500 the rest of the way, they would end up with 47 wins. There's 16 games left on the schedule. They go 8-8, they'll have 47 wins. If they want to get to 50 wins, they got to go 11-5, and that should be the goal for this basketball team. That should be what they're achieving. That's what they want to strive for. 50 wins. Let's get there. There's no reason the New York Knicks should not get to 50 wins. 11-5. Is it going to be tough? No doubt about it. Is it doable? Absolutely it is. Give me 58 wins. 49 wins. 49 wins. That's what I see for the Knicks. I want to hear from you, though. How many games will the Knicks win this season? Like we said, they're 39-27. You go 500 the rest of the way, you get 47 wins. 11-5, and you win 50 freaking games. Who would have thought the New York Knicks in 2022 and 2023 would win 50 games? I did not. Let me know. How many games do you think they're going to win? We're going to break down Julius Randle coming up in a second. We'll talk about Jalen Brunson, a little injury update, kind of have one. We'll break that down. But first, I'm going to let you guys know that over with our proud sponsor, Fanatics, at chatsports.com/KnicksGreen. That's chatsports.com/KnicksGreen. You get your St. Patty's Day Knicks gear. They got a couple different shirts. They have green ones. I like this one a lot. I like the black look. It's nice and sharp, and it even throws a little bit. Oh, four-leaf clover right there. Get your shirt today. Show some love. Don't be the person that goes out on St. Patty's Day and you're not drinking green beer and you're not wearing a green shirt and you're going to get pinched. No one likes being pinched. Chatsports.com/KnicksGreen. Get your shirt today. When you take a look at the Eastern Conference standing and where things stack up, the Knicks are locked and loaded into that 5th seed right now. Just one win behind the Cleveland Cavaliers at that 4th spot, and that's what they should be focused on, getting to that 4th spot so you can have home court advantage and a potential Game 7 in Madison Square Garden against either the Cleveland Cavaliers or maybe even the Brooklyn Nets at that 4-5 matchup. But I envision it's going to be Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs versus Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, Immanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett in the New York Knicks. How awesome was that going to be, seeing Donovan Mitchell lose in the first round of the playoffs in Madison Square Garden wearing those ugly-ass Cleveland Cavaliers jerseys? I do want to give some love to our big man, number 30, Julius Randle, player of the week. Once again, Knicks were 4-0 this week, and Randle was a driving force. 29.5 points per game, over 52% from the deck, almost 42% from downtown, and 8.3 rebounds. The guy's giving you 30 on 53% from the field. Show our man Julius Randle some love for being named the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. I'm still getting chills from the Randle falling out of bounds. 3, good! Oh, that game I've never had this much fun watching the Knicks. The Heat game, the Celtics game, the show must go on. Show our man, the commander, the tank, Julius Randle, some love down in the comment section. I just want to close the show out with this right here. Jalen Brunson didn't play last night due to a sore foot injury, and he was showing so much love to his homie Immanuel Quickley over on Twitter. He had the names going, Immanuel Quickley and all of them, and it's just like, this team is special right now. Jalen Brunson, could have been salty. He would have been a loser if he was, but he could have been salty. His backup had a great game. Now the fans are loving him. I even saw some bozos over on Twitter saying, we never should have paid Brunson. We had Immanuel Quickley the whole time. Thing is, there's never a problem with having too many good players. I think that might be the first time I've ever said this. The Knicks, they have a lot of those. A lot of good, young basketball players. This team is special. The chemistry, the selflessness, the ability to play for someone else and achieve a common goal of just winning basketball games. This Knicks team is doing it at an elite level right now. I do want to close the show with this, though, because you guys know, if you're watching the live stream last night, the biggest live stream on New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports history, over 30,000 people tuned in. We had over 2,000 people live. We were doing our watch party last night. I've never seen someone flop as many times and as badly as Marcus Smart. And for that reason, I am not a fan. I just can't believe it. It's bad for the It's bad for the NBA. It's bad for the game. A lot of people don't watch the NBA because of players like Marcus Smart, and all he does is flop to try to gain a competitive edge. So let's spam the comment section. Everyone that does this, I'm going to give you a shout out. Type F Marcus Smart. This will be our real one roll call of the day. F Marcus Smart. Go New York Knicks. 10 in a row tomorrow night. We'll be live on the channel. We'll see you there. Let's go Knicks.